Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville is proud to present the Asheville Real Estate Podcast. Welcome to the November edition of our podcast. I'm your host, Joe Leininger, and we have a great show in store for you this month. Are you confused by all the hype on mold and air quality? Today we'll address the facts around this topic and tell you what you need to know. We'll also discuss our local market activity, so stay with us. It's all coming up next. Today with Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville. Thanks for joining us today, Jeff. Tell us what's going on right now in the Asheville real estate market.
Joe, as the national housing market cools, extra attention has focused on local indicators that may provide clues on whether Asheville has or will experience a similar downturn. The sales of existing homes. As of September 2006, the average sales price for an existing home in the Asheville area was $282,918. The price is up 9.9% over last year. The average price nationwide is $265,000, down 2.2% over last year. While the figure for all of North Carolina is $211,988, up 1.1%. On the home appreciation front, annual appreciation rate for homes in the Asheville metro area is 12.5% as for the second quarter of 2006. The data reflects same home sales information collected by the Office of Federal Housing Enterprise Oversight. The Asheville appreciation rate tops the nationwide pace of 10% and the statewide rate of 9.3%. Asheville's appreciation rate ranks 83 among 275 metros across the nation, up 27 places from the first quarter 2006 report and up 30 places from 1 year earlier.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. For a national perspective today, we're also joined by Terry Murphy, real estate author and CIO of U.S. Learning in Memphis, Tennessee. Terry, because you're a regular contributor to both mortgage and real estate magazines, we've asked you on the program to discuss what trends you're seeing nationally. Terry?
Hi, Joe. The new year-end market is approaching fast as we segue into this new holiday season. And you know there is no static standard for activity at this time of the year. We're experiencing a good, solid market in many areas, and I noticed that the traditional slowdown as new construction gets completed started earlier in the year is showing up. Now, either way, serious buyers or sellers don't stop buying and selling, although a more level pricing generally occurs as markets adjust to that year-end comparable information. And, Joe, one of the main concerns from any savvy buyer or seller is acquiring a property that's in solid condition. Remember that last month we discussed home inspections. Well, this month our focus is to clear the confusion about property maintenance and condition issues, especially mold remediation, air duct cleaning, and knowing when to employ the services of a really good professional.
Air quality is such an important factor to many buyers today. Whether you're talking about air ducts or mold problems or other airborne hazards, there seems to be a lot of interest in this topic. What types of things should folks be aware of? Jeff, how do you advise your clients?
Joe, according to the EPA, poor indoor air quality is among the top 5 environmental risks. Pollutants in your home's air can cause dizziness and headaches, plus aggravate allergies and asthma. This kind of stuff is no fun. When dealing with air quality, problems can often be corrected by servicing the heating and air conditioning systems and performing air duct cleaning. Even when a property is relatively new, heating and air conditioning systems sometimes require cleaning to remove construction dirt and other airborne items. Because this is becoming a bigger issue in many areas around the country, some sellers go the extra distance and bring in licensed professionals to clean their air duct systems. This is a pretty good marketing strategy when you think about it. Having this service performed is a great selling point that shows potential buyers that the property has been well cared for.
Well, what can you tell us about mold?
Mold is a huge concern for many because it can grow in areas you can't see. Even sheet metal air duct systems can become contaminated with mold. Fortunately, there are things we can do to remediate these problems even after they are discovered. If you suspect mold is an issue with your home, you will want to eliminate any sources of excess water as quickly as possible. Mold damages what it grows on. The longer it grows, the more damage it causes. There are a number of certified professionals who can also help root out any existing problems. These professionals will often use sophisticated tools like fiber optic snakes to view hard-to-see areas behind the walls where the seller may not visually see or know there is a problem. In some cases, inspectors actually employ mold dogs trained to sniff out mold. In addition, the use of infrared cameras is used to determine the difference of temperature, which may indicate a moisture source in a potential mold infestation. Fortunately, mold issues can often be addressed once they are identified.
Terry, can you think of any other advice we can share with our listeners today?
I think our agents have done a great job of covering those major points, Joe, but here are a few more good tips. First, do not run the HVAC system if you know or suspect it's contaminated with mold. This could spread mold throughout the entire property. And secondly, in order to limit your own exposure to air mold, you might want to wear a respirator or a mask of some sort to protect yourself while cleaning moldy areas. Gloves and goggles are probably a really good idea, too. And lastly, do some simple things that reduce your risks, like clean your gutters, run your ventilation fan in the bathroom, and wipe up the water messes. These simple items will go a long way toward reducing mold occurrences.
That's great advice, Terry. Thanks. Jeff, do you have anything to add?
I do. Buying a home could be the largest single investment a buyer will ever make. It's important to understand the different factors out there that can affect your investment. Airborne spores and contaminants can be troublesome, but they don't have to be costly. I have some great resources available on mold if anyone is interested. Just give me a call. I'm happy to help folks in any way I can.
Well, thank you both for your time today. This was a great program. I look forward to doing this again next month.
You're welcome, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. We'll talk again next month.
For more information on this podcast or for information on the Asheville real estate market, contact Jeff Link. You can reach Jeff at 828-279-6585, or you can find him online at jefflink.org. Until next month, thank you for listening to the Asheville Real Estate Podcast.